Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now podcast. Well, we tell true stories of survivors of true crime, natural disasters, and everything else in between. How's it going, Michelle?
I'm feeling hella judged.
Why?
Okay, so I'm a little buzzy, and Caitlin is giving me super dirty looks.
Why? Don't throw me under the bus.
I will immediately throw you under the bus.
What'd I do?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm good.
Just because you couldn't see the shaker of alcohol right in front of you.
The one that was like within 1 foot of me.
It was right there, girl.
I know, I found it now.
Well, the shaker was full of what you guys voted for.
Woo, woo, woo!
So Michelle got a Dungeon and Dragon drink recipe book, and we put out a poll for you guys on our Instagram to pick which one. Unfortunately, it was a 50-50 at the end of the day, but we did have a messenger who,
a last minute vote that kind of snuck in at the end.
It did. She messaged me, like, I didn't get to vote, here's my vote. So it tipped it over. So we are drinking Natural 20s.
Woo! And they are natural 20s. That is a true fucking story.
They're very tasty.
They are tasty.
What's in it, Michelle?
Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully I can get this shit straight.
There's a lot.
It is a lot. So it is 1 part citrus vodka, 1 part raspberry vodka, 1 part fresh lime juice, 1 part apple juice, and then a half a part of simple syrup. And then you just mix it all up. And
bitters.
Oh, and bitters. Thank you. I did because we made 6 drinks at a time, not just one. For 1 drink, it calls for 2 dashes of bitter. So we did 6 dashes just straight into the mixer. And
it tastes really fruity. So if you it's really tasty.
It is tasty. And it's a pretty color. It makes your lips kind of taste good, which I always like.
So, it's almost April, Easter's coming.
Oh my goodness.
Spring is here.
Are you coming to our Easter egg hunt?
No. But maybe.
Well, you can fuck yourself, Caitlin.
I'm going to an outdoor event with my family.
Well, bring your motherfucking family to our outdoor event.
We did when you did it. Well, not last year because of COVID, but the year before.
Yeah, so forever ago.
I know. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But we're also going to have an outdoor thing with Nick's family. It's good because a lot of people have been vaccinated now.
Yeah.
So it's able to, it's still probably not the safest, but at least, you don't feel...
We're just going to be outside. People are going to be hunting for eggs. I think we're going to hide 700 eggs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount.
That is a lot.
Fresh cooked jambalaya.
Well, I'm ready to come to your house this Sunday.
Oh, I know. Okay. I am beyond fucking excited. So, ever since watching The Curse of Oak Island, where they do all kinds of motherfucking gold digging and with the metal detector and the whole thing, I've wanted a metal detector. So finally I just pulled the Emmer effort trigger and bought a metal detector, and it'll be here on Sunday. You're coming over.
I am, yeah.
Oh, no, my house used to be a Christmas tree farm, a U-cut Christmas tree farm. And so I just feel like the potential for all kinds of wedding rings to be lost, gold bars falling out of your pocket.
Because back then, who knows? Back then, people were rich back then,
That's right. They're walking around with gold bars.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I always wanted a metal detector, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we may record it if we find something.
No, we have to just record the whole thing,
okay,
and then we'll edit it down with our top pocket finds, as Gary says, from Oak Island.
Cute.
I'm not obsessed.
Okay.
It's fine.
So this story is about Jasper Vierra.
Jasper Vierra.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is the end of May, beginning of June.
Okay.
So we're kind of getting into the summer.
Mm-hmm. All right.
He is 16 years old, and it was such a beautiful day. They didn't say where they were, but it was a beautiful day.
Do you know what year it was?
Yes, it is 2020. So it was last year.
Okay.
So it's really recent.
So we're just rolling into COVID. We're still pretty ignorant to the whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're dealing with it.
I like to place myself.
So it was a beautiful day, and Jasper's mom, her name is Meredith.
Okay.
She went for a walk with a friend because why not? It's
why not?
A great
It's
day.
beautiful. It's beautiful outside right now. I get it.
It is. So Jasper stayed home, but he still wanted to bask in the sun. You know, it's a nice day, but he didn't want to go with his mom.
Did he do what I would do and
What?
bring a comforter and a pillow outside and like pretend to read my book until I fell asleep and took a nap?
No,
Okay.
he did not, but...
Well,
I mean,
Jasper, you should try it.
All right. Their whole house was surrounded by electric wiring to
Like-
get out animals. I mean, they were out in the...
I see. Like deterrent wiring.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. But apparently that didn't stop this coyote from attacking from behind.
Oh,
It didn't
that's
stop them.
terrifying.
Just trying to enjoy the sun, poor Jasper is now brought down to the ground and now fighting for his life.
What?
A coyote.
A coyote in the middle of the day is
Yeah.
coming to stalk a human? That's
It's
terrifying.
So he's just on the ground and he's like trying to get away from this.
Wrestling this
Exactly.
coyote.
But this coyote is attacking his face, attacking his body. It's just going
Probably trying
all
to
up
get
for
to
him.
his jugular.
Oh, probably.
I bet, like face, you know, if that's why he's going for it. I
yeah.
could be totally wrong, but
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's where the...
I'm gonna rip your throat out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Jasper.
So this goes on for a little while, and actually Jasper fights off this coyote. So the coyote actually leaves, and this timing is kind of good. You'll see in a second. He doesn't know how injured he actually is, and he tries to stand up. Still in shock, he's just standing there, and that's when his mom comes back from her walk. She...
and finds him probably a bloody mother effing mess.
Well, as she's walking up, she sees him just standing there and staring at her, and she's just like, I knew something was wrong. So she went over to him, and yeah, he was bloody. And
Oh my gosh.
in shock, she just scooped him up pretty much, like, just come to the car and we'll take you to the hospital.
My God, that would be me. Come with me.
Aww.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Aww. So Jasper is now in the hospital, and this is what he suffered a broken jaw. And with a broken jaw, he lost 2 teeth.
What?
Yeah. And he also had to get his stomach stapled because the bite wounds were so deep into his abdomen.
Oh my God, that is terrible. So it like straight up punctured his skin and
Yeah.
went into his internal organs.
Yeah, it fucked him up.
Yeah, it fucked him up.
So Jasper's story actually got told on another podcast
Ooh.
called Rappaport to the Rescue. And this was on June 24th. So Meredith worked with the host of the podcast, and it was like the Today Show. Like she worked with her, so she got to be on the podcast on June 24th. So
I know
this is
June
like,
24th because that's my brother's birthday.
Oh, that's cute. So this is just like a month after the accident. So Meredith went on to talk about Jasper's story. And she told that Felipe, their black cat, stayed by Jasper's side every step of the way.
Oh.
Like as he was healing.
Oh.
The cat would not leave him alone.
I'm not gonna fucking start crying. Oh my God. Can I just tell you this quick little story?
Yes, of course.
It's about me crying.
Oh. Was it yesterday?
No, it was this morning. No, oh my God. So Joel likes to watch these videos that show where cops did wrong, essentially. Like
sad.
they're legal videos where usually whatever happened was caught on body cam or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they were able to like show where the cops acted illegally or something along
There's some
those
shady
lines.
cops out there, unfortunately.
There are some shady cops, but this one was up in Seattle, and it was this like sort of random guy walking by noticed that his neighbor's house was completely open. So all the doors were open. He tried calling inside. He didn't hear anything. So he calls the non-emergency number and it's like, it's just sort of weird over there with my neighbors. So the cops go into the home and it's sort of an older man who is watching TV upstairs, and he apparently is sick. So he's like on probably some cough medicine or something that, a little NyQuil help you sleep. His TV was up super loud, so it was like really loud blaring out of his, and he was non-responsive. So the police are like, we're coming in.
Yeah.
Do you hear us? And nothing. And so eventually you hear him call 911, he's like, there's people downstairs. I don't know who they are. They're saying, come out with my hands up. Are there police in the house? 911 was like, I'll find out. And they're like, yes, those are police. You need to comply with them.
Okay.
So he heads out and he's like, well, I hope I'm not going to get shot. You know, he did not get shot, but he goes out and they like put him into handcuffs. And apparently he has like this old like shoulder injury and putting his hands behind his back where it's like almost impossible. The whole rest of the video is him screaming and crying. Aww. It was like I had to leave the room. I was crying so hard that it's sad. Like I had to go play with puppies for a while because it was like, this is devastating. Just hearing him, and it's just like this live audio.
Yeah,
it was
so sad.
It was heartbreaking. So I think it was like a lawsuit of.
Oh, yeah.
One, they shouldn't have entered the house. It was unconstitutional and that type of thing. And then, you know, and he was like, they were just following what they were supposed to do. But I was in my home and, you know, and, but just hearing him fucking yell and cry about his shoulder.
That is super sad.
It was super sad. I don't even know. I think he ended up winning his lawsuit.
Oh, good.
But it was
his own home.
Yeah, you hear the 911 call plus the body cams of the police, and it is horrifying.
I do have a question.
Yes.
How did this story make you think of that?
Why did I think of that? Was it crying?
I don't know.
Was I just talking about crying?
All right. That's a sad story, Michelle. Thank you for sharing.
Can we like rewind?
No. You have to listen back.
I think it must have been because I was crying.
Because of the cat?
Oh, I mean, girl, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was a sad story, but it was interesting.
It was. I don't know how I got into it.
So.
Back to Jasper and whatever fucking turn I took.
Well,
sorry,
thankfully, he healed really well and was able to...
was there a shoulder injury? Like, how did I get on that?
It was abdomen.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
He was able to eat solid foods again.
Well, that's
after
good.
a while, right?
I can hardly remember your story.
I know, right?
I've eclipsed it with my own.
Well, the thing that I do have to tell you is April Fool's, Jasper's a dog.
What? You stupid slut! God damn it! I was buying it the whole time!
It's a true story, but it's just a dog instead of a human.
You're such a bee. That was the best.
Thank you.
Oh, you had me fooled the whole time. You God damn it. I didn't even bring my April Fool's story.
I know, you were talking about it today, and I was like, oh, that's too bad. Like, I didn't even mention.
No, you didn't. You're a sly minx, Caitlin.
So,
that shit was hilarious. Is Jasper okay?
Jasper's okay, and he's actually a 16-year-old terrier mix.
Oh,
I have pictures.
Sweetheart.
And the thing I couldn't tell because I would give it away is that he had to wear a little thunder vest to keep his stitches closed.
Oh, I love him even more.
I know, right?
His little broken... Look at his little vest.
I know, right?
He looks happy even just then.
Exactly, because he got a lot of chicken and rice.
Oh, that's adorable.
So, so the electric wire didn't stop this coyote just from attacking.
I was totally just going to say, like, the kind that keep dogs in. Oh, you didn't be.
I never said he was a human.
No, you didn't.
You just assumed.
I just assumed.
April Fool!
I know.
Got
Fuck
you.
I'm done.
Let us know if you caught along. That
was hilarious. That was the best
I
ever.
was looking for so long because I wanted to do the story about the dog. Is in 2011, oh my gosh, it's 2003, I believe, and it's when this woman lost her dog in a tornado, and she was giving an interview on the news, and then she's like, I lost my dog, this is my house, it was all totaled, and then they could hear a dog, and they found the dog on the news. But the dog's name was a very dog name. And I couldn't.
Blackie or something like that. I know someone who has a dog called Blackie.
Yeah,
or
I don't
Shadow.
remember.
I know someone else who has a dog named
Exactly.
Shadow.
Yeah, it was something that I couldn't. Jasper, I'm like, it could be.
I 100% thought that was a human.
Yeah, exactly. So Jasper, the dog.
Caitlin,
I
nailed
had to.
it.
Thank you.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
Well, mine is not about dog or it's about a person. It's
It's
about
about-
a male, a human male.
I'm just saying, though, it was crazy how he survived a coyote attack when he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, that's an old dog.
Bless his little heart.
I know,
Oh.
right? And he's tiny. He's a terrier mix, so he's small.
Did I ever tell you about the time that coyotes came to our property?
Mm.
No, and you were actually working
Was I really?
with us. It happened in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay. So, we're there.
No, you weren't
Oh,
there
okay.
there, but you were around at that point. No, it was when we had all the chickens and turkeys and everything, and we have a hen house for them. And so
Yeah.
in the middle at night, we would always go and close the hen house and everything, and just they would all the chickens and everything would all be in there, all safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
But one night, we had like fallen asleep on the couch or whatever, and we're like, fuck it, we're not going out there at 3 a.m. to go check the stupid chickens. So we go to bed, and actually it must not have been at 3 a.m. because at 3:30 in the morning we get woken up to the most, it was like howls and chickens like all at the same time, and it
shit.
was so loud. It woke Joel and I both up from like a dead sleep.
Yeah.
And we went out and we shut the chicken door. All the chickens seemed to be fine, but we're pretty sure a coyote had been like just there, like ready to just attack them all.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
It was scary, but they were saved.
Well, good.
So
No chickens lost.
no chickens lost. All right.
Okay.
I don't even want to tell my stupid
No,
story.
let's hear it.
No, I wanted to do something to do with like a dungeon or
Oh,
a
for
dragon.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
our drinks, of course.
As you know, if you don't know, Michelle and I are both play D&D.
We do. We're total nerds. This is a total fucking true story.
So we're all about it.
I'm
Well,
playing D&D later on this evening.
Yeah. Good for you. We don't play together, but
No, we sure
That's
don't.
funny.
We have
But-
our own D&D groups.
that's true. Yeah. But we're gonna do a one shot for you someday.
Yeah, and that'll be hella fun.
It would be fun.
We'll have a good time.
All right.
No, so I looked up first dungeon stories, and it turns out it's nothing but terrible things. Like lots of women getting
Yeah.
stuck in dungeons for...
What else do you think dungeons would be associated
I don't know.
with?
I think I was hoping for some like medieval,
Leprechauns or-
like leprechauns. Interesting. No, I think I was just hoping for, I don't know, some medieval story of like someone.
Oh, like The Witcher.
Yeah, or like the Count of Monte Cristo, where he's
Okay.
stuck in a dungeon forever, but not like a sex dungeon. And so, as it
I
turns
think
out, I found
that's-
nothing but
yeah.
sex dungeon stories,
Which
and-
is super sad, but it's
no, it
I
was
mean,
like too sad.
Yeah.
And, like this one poor girl had been stuck in like a dungeon for 13 years. Or
holy
I mean, it was just
shit.
shitty, and just unfortunately like rape on end. I mean, it was just.
So you try to find a light-hearted
So
dungeon
I looked
story.
up dragon.
Oh, okay.
And turns out there's not a lot of survival stories of dragons,
Well,
which is
'cause-
super annoying.
Is there? There's
Well,
no
I was
such thing
hoping
as
maybe.
dragons.
I know it's super dumb. Come on, guys! Like maybe you're surviving the Loch Ness monster, or I don't know what.
It's not a dragon.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't find any dragon stories. So I did find one. Okay, so this story.
You want to? We can still look it up.
No, I'm just gonna fucking do it. Are you
Say it
ready?
with confidence.
Kevin Diepenbrock.
Kevin Diepenbrock?
Yeah, Diepenbrock. Diepenbrook.
No,
No,
that's
that's a
right.
Brock.
No, that's Diepenbrock. You're right.
Yeah,
that
Kevin.
sounds good.
He's like,
Wow.
bitch, it's not even close. It's Diepenbrock. Or
Just stop. Just continue.
agreed.
Yeah. Kevin. Sounds great.
Kevin. Okay, so Kevin and Philip
Okay.
are out and
Who's
about.
Philip?
Philip is his friend.
Oh, okay.
So Kevin and Philip are out on a motorcycle ride.
Oh, nice.
And they're going through Tennessee. This is October 15th of said year, which I'm actually not sure what year it is. Oh, 2016. So they are riding their motorcycles. Everything's going great. They've done like a ton of motorcycle riding together. Kevin said that Phil reminded him of a younger version of him.
Aw.
Yeah, he was like always joking. There wasn't a whole lot of seriousness between them. So my understanding is Kevin is 40, I want to say 41.
Uh-huh.
And Philip is 29. So they'd clown around and stuff like that. He really felt like Phil could bring people together. He was just like a character.
Cute.
They were riding along in Tennessee, and they came to the area called the Dragon.
Oh.
So this is where I found the Dragon.
Good job, Michelle. Okay.
It's not April Fool's, but whatever. Apparently, this is sort of a dangerous and well-known area of this highway.
Oh, okay.
And it's called the Dragon because of its like steep turns and, you know, or sharp turns, I should say, and steep hills and that type of thing. What ended up happening is they sort of went around a corner and they got flung off the side of the hill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was a very steep embankment.
Uh-huh.
And so, unfortunately, it sounds like Phil almost died instantly. So Phil is no longer with us.
Oh my
I know. It's like,
gosh.
I'm sorry. I feel like I should have like
Prepared
warned
us
you
more? My
a little
gosh.
bit more.
That's okay.
But Kevin was still alive
Okay.
after flying off of his motorcycle off into sort of, it sounded like it was a little bit of like wilderness.
Oh,
So
okay.
like this area is known for sharp curves and scenic views, and they went off the side and then went way down a deep embankment, and so nobody could see them. It's like they're just essentially in all this foliage,
Like forest and
and
stuff.
forest
I
and
see.
in wilderness. Kevin immediately felt like no one was going to hear him. No one was
Right.
going to be able to find him or
Yeah.
hear him or anything. He tried to like move a little bit, and there was a sort of a root, tree branch sort of sticking out near him. And so he grabbed it and tried to move himself a little bit, but the pain was so excruciating that he immediately passed out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he pretty much could not move from his spot. And as it turns out, he had 17 breaks in 12 ribs and had multiple spinal fractures.
Oh my gosh.
So he's laying there with all kinds of breaks in his ribs and all kinds of breaks in his back. And so he is just laying there, not able to move.
Oh my gosh.
So he pulls out his phone. And he's thinking, I'm going to, call my girlfriend and be able to get
911?
here. Or his wife, excuse me. But he had no cell service. Nothing whatsoever. So he tried to, post on Facebook and post on, social media, hoping someone would see it. Like, one of his posts was, 911 on the Dragon. But it seemed like no one was really responding
Oh
or
my gosh.
anything like that. So he just kept trying to call on his cell phone, but nothing would go through. And so night came.
Oh no.
I know. So, and at this point, Kevin is super thirsty. So, and he can sort of hear a babbling brook behind him. And he's like, I'll just pull my way over there.
It's
I
a
can
little
do it.
torturous. Like, I'm so thirsty, but I
Yeah.
can't move, yet here's some refreshing water right behind me.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. So he tried to pull himself once again, with that same tree branch, and just he couldn't move.
17. That's a lot of fractures.
Oh, I can't. I mean, breathing must have been just pure torture. I can't even
I
imagine.
couldn't even imagine either.
He ended up not being able to move at all.
Yeah.
With the sound of the stupid brook behind him. So he would pull branches down and sort of lick the leaves because he was so thirsty at that point that it was just
that's
that
smart.
Yeah.
Something.
It's something. So he had that little bit of moisture to sort of pull him through. Kevin was also a first responder. So he knew that getting water was probably the number one. So he was actually, turns out he was 6'4" and 350 pounds. So moving that along with all those broken ribs and all that broken spine was probably pretty close to impossible. So as I said, he licked leaves for that minuscule amount of moisture to sort of help him get him through. And apparently as the night went, he could feel critters
Ew.
crawling on him.
What?
So it was like
Nope.
chipmunks were crawling on him,
Not
and
like bugs?
probably bugs.
Oh, okay.
But so he listens to the sound of the night, and he knew that bigger things lurked in the distance,
Ew.
and most likely
Terrifying.
a bear. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? And Bear's probably like, do I smell man blood?
Yeah.
That smells like man blood to
Smells
me.
like fresh meat.
Yeah. Meat's back on the menu, boys. I literally just
Good.
read that part.
Did you really? That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, sorry. So Kevin was down there for the whole night. And apparently this area is not only known for bears, it's also known for rattlesnakes and hogs and like boars and that type of thing.
Oh.
So he was just essentially scared the whole night. But fortunately, he made it through the whole night.
Dude, the forest is scary at night because you just don't know what's there. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
When I go camping, we go like tent camping, and I'm just like, it's just eerie. Like just trying to sleep. Sometimes it's just so quiet. It's just like, why is it so quiet?
Yeah.
And then you hear a noise. It's like, what was that tree? And like, what was that stick breaking?
That was a bear coming to get us.
Exactly.
That was
Yeah.
a bear coming to get us.
Just,
No, I'm not a big camping fan.
yeah.
You know, so yeah, we'll see. All right. So it turns out Kevin was laid there for 30 hours.
Wow.
So
That's a long time.
he could hear every motorcycle that passed, and he would try to call out every single time.
Good
but
luck, man.
yeah, I mean, he's probably at least 20 feet, if not more, away from the dragon, if you will.
Plus, motorcycles are so loud. I mean, we even pause when we hear one just in case.
No, it's a true story. They are super loud.
Yeah.
And so he ended up sort of turning off the cell service on his phone and started making videos. Yeah, and these were his sort of
like diaries of...
yeah, like my last goodbyes
Oh
to
my
my family.
gosh.
This is what I want to say to my wife and children. And
Ah!
I know. Oh, God.
Terrible.
The next to the last video he ever recorded was, "It's been a while. Nobody's come. I can't get a hold of anybody. And I love you guys."
Ah!
I know. And then at that point, he ran out of his battery juice.
Oh my gosh.
So he had no cell phone. So now that, of course, his cell phone is dead, he's feeling like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm completely done. But it was about this time that a woman and her date drove by on a motorcycle. And they had actually pulled over to the side so she could get a drink of some water. So they probably pulled off, got off their motorcycles, maybe pulled out some water. And
So thirst has a play in here.
yeah, it seems so. It seems so. I get it. I'm fucking thirsty for some more nat 20s. You know what I'm talking about? So she's like pulled off her helmet and is probably having a little sip of water. And she could sort of hear something faintly. Because at this point, Kevin is still yelling every time he hears a motorcycle go by.
Good job.
And so it was super faint. And then they're like, I'm sure she was like, nah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. And then she heard it again. And then they started to sort of go investigate and figure out what the noise was.
Yay.
And this guy, Josh is his name, came sliding down the hill. Kevin remembers him specifically because he had his full face helmet on still.
Aww.
And he comes sliding down and he's got his full race gear of his like...
So like a cool guy saving the day.
Yeah, he's like zipping down the hill and he's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh shit, there's a man down here.
Yeah.
And so they ended up calling 911. They got someone down there. They were able to airlift him out of there.
Good.
And they moved him to UT Medical Center, which actually I'm not totally sure where that is, somewhere in Tennessee, where he was initially listed as critical condition, but he has since recovered with the help of physical therapists.
Aww.
He wouldn't allow his wife, who works as a physical therapist, to treat him because she would enjoy doling out the punishments. He said that laughing, of course.
Aww.
But he's like, she's mean. It's probably like if you did my own physical therapy.
Yeah,
you'd be like,
absolutely.
bitch, get up!
Yeah.
Ah!
2 more steps!
Yeah, you're so mean. Oh. As we know from your fucking April Fool's story. Oh, that was hilarious. So he was able to connect back with his family and everything is going good and he was able to get out of there. He feels like his rescue was the result of divine intervention.
Oh.
Like, he's a religious person, and he was raised that way. And when all circumstances come together, when you're talking about being down there for 30 hours,
Wow.
it's not a very scenic area. There's no reason why a person would stop there just to get a drink. There's other places where you can stop and oversee the valley.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that shouldn't normally have happened that happened. And I honestly think God has a plan for me, and he has a plan for other people, and it's unclear what that purpose is, but it worked out.
Absolutely.
Oh.
That's interesting. They only pulled over because she was thirsty. Like,
Yeah.
that was very lucky.
I know, and
Very
he's probably
lucky.
just laying down there thirsty as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lady's up there chugging some water.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I just probably just going all over her face because
Yeah.
she's drinking so fast.
He's like-
Do you ever remember that part in Lord of the Rings?
which one?
It's like when Sam
Yeah.
and
I think-
Frodo
yeah.
are like off in Mordor together, and he's like,
Mhm.
"I'm so thirsty," or Frodo, and Sam's like, "Here, take the last of my
He's like-
water,"
He's
and he
just
like
like,
sips it, and it goes fucking all over his face and onto the ground, and
waste.
it's like,
It was a waste.
you think Sam's not fucking thirsty? Come on, Frodo,
Yeah, right?
pull your shit together.
I don't think Frodo would die so many times if Sam was not there.
No, in fact, I think it was something from Tolkien who was like, Sam is the real hero.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
100. Yeah, because Frodo would have never made it. And he
Oh,
would have
no.
never given up the ring if it were not for Sam.
No,
In fact, he never did give up the ring. He had to have it bitten off.
exactly.
But, spoiler alert.
I think we're showing our true side of nerd today, our D&D and Lord of the Rings.
Girl, you called it. You called it.
Well, now you know. The cat's out of the bag.
Oh
We're
my God.
100% nerds.
I am a 100% nerd.
Yeah.
It's a true fucking story. You know what's so sad is we were
What?
looking at like properties in West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And all I did was like Google how long it takes to get to Disney World. It's 13 hours, FYI.
That's not too bad. I mean,
No,
but
it's
Disneyland is only like 9 hours from us right now.
No, Disneyland's like 18
Oh,
hours.
16. It's 16.
Yeah, 16
Sorry.
hours.
16 hours, sorry.
Yeah, so it'd be a shorter little hop, skip, and a jump.
But what you can do is you can go to Reno, 8 hours, boom. Go to Disneyland, another
Girl,
few
I was
hours.
straight up thinking about going to Reno on
Really?
this little road trip we're taking.
Fuck you!
Oh my God, you should meet us. We
Maybe
should
I
go.
should. Okay.
Oh my God, we planned it. Let's cheers. No, we'll meet there on Saturday. Or on Friday night and
Yeah.
stay Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday.
Yes. Oh my God.
That would be so fun.
That would be so fun.
Oh,
Ah! Okay. You heard it now. We planned.
I know. We'll
Nicholas
fucking
is gonna listen
record,
to this.
and he's like,
He's like,
bitches,
what?
we're not going to motherfucking Reno. Wrong, Nicholas, we are.
When I went up to Ashland this last week, we stopped at the Seven Feathers Casino to go to the bathroom. I put in $10, $195
What?
at the Goonies. The Goonies slot.
Yes, we're doing it.
We're playing Pai Gow.
Can we
though.
have another cheers to that?
Pai Gow though?
Pai Gow into the creepiest casino ever.
Mm.
I do
All
like
right.
Pai Gow. I got the best hand in my entire life.
I know.
A royal flush,
All right.
baby.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Can I just say your story was the best?
Thank you.
I'm so upset
I'm
that I did not
sorry.
do an April Fool's story.
I know you
stupid
talked
bitch.
about it. You talked about it. I'm like, oh no, I'm about to drop the ball.
Oh, you did fucking. Well, I
Oh.
thought you said bomb, and I was like, you did drop the
Oh,
bomb,
thank
girl.
you.
Didn't drop the ball at all. You dropped the fucking, the motherfucking bomb. Oh god, the
Okay.
motherfucking bomb.
We're gonna take some more ice cream. Five Farms. Five Farms, please sponsor us. Michelle sent you an email. Please check
I
your
know.
emails.
Fucking check it, bitches. God damn.
We hope you enjoy your Easter and everything like that. We'll let you know if we find anything while
Hump
we
for some eggs.
Yeah.
Hump for some gold.
Exactly.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you for listening. Hope you had a great time. All right.
I had
Goodbye.
a great time. Bye.